Hi everybody, welcome back to my channel. So this is your astrology forecast for the week of February 18th. So the big news today, Monday, is that we are starting Pisces season. All right, so we are officially in the sign of the fish, or I like to call it the sign of the ocean. All right, Pisces reminds us of the all-encompassing nature of everything, and we are the universe, and the universe is us, right? So everything is everything. This is the 12th sign of the zodiac, so the energy has gone through this series of evolutions, through all the signs to this point. And now finally we're here, arrived at Pisces, and it's like, oh, okay, it's time to kind of sit back, observe, really feel into our most enlightened self in a way, practice the art of observation, and just being one with everything, right? So this season, the sun season, lasts for 4 weeks and will affect the collective. So it affects everybody, no matter your sign, no matter if you're Pisces or you're Virgo, will feel this energy. And then tomorrow, we have the full moon entering Virgo, right? So we have our full moon exact at 7:53 a.m. That's Pacific time, tomorrow, Tuesday. And the full moons always occur in the opposing sign of the sun, right? So where we have the sun in Pisces, Virgo sits opposite Pisces in the sky and on the zodiac wheel. And so this opposition between moon and Virgo and sun and Pisces is what causes our full moon. And so where Pisces is kind of boundless, right, this ocean, vast, all-encompassing, Virgo teaches us about containers, about boundaries. So it's very much working with the spectrum, right, between these two signs, where we have formless on one side and form on another side. And I go into great detail in all of this in the Virgo full moon workbook, right? It explains sort of this whole spectrum of energy we're working with on this full moon and how to really work with it within yourself. And the practices in that workbook help you to figure out where you are along that spectrum of energy and really sort of identify if you need more form, i.e. more boundaries, or less in different areas of your life, right? So this full moon's really about bringing detail, right, to our intentions, right? So the new moon is when we dream, right, when we create our intentions, and the full moon is when we do the work to manifest those intentions. So part of that work is bringing detail and understanding where we need more boundaries, where we need more form, and where we need less, right? And so that's what our full moon tomorrow is really all about. Also today we have Chiron, the wounded healer, moving into Aries for the next 7 years. So this is a long transit. And Chiron is the wounded healer and really brings up our past, our wounds, but teaches us how to really accept them as, part of us, but not allow them to define who we are, right? And so since Aries is really the sign of the self, we'll be really working with this, seeing, our past and our past trauma and seeing its place within our life's mission without having to direct our life's mission, right? Without having to try and contain us in any way, but understanding the influences that it's had or they've had on our life, right? So this is an interesting transit, and I'll be talking more about this later. Like I said, we have a long time to really work with this one. And so getting back to the moon, we have the moon in Virgo all day tomorrow, where our full moon will be, and then still will occur in Virgo on Wednesday. So you can really work with this full moon energy all day on Wednesday. If you don't have time to do your practices or your full moon rituals tomorrow, you can do them either tonight, Monday night, or you can also do them anytime on Wednesday. And on Wednesday, the moon is going to be trining with a few planets that are currently in Capricorn: Venus, Saturn, and Pluto, right? So trines are when the planets are 120 degrees and they're harmonious aspects, right? So they enhance each other. So with all these planets in Capricorn, we'll really be seeing like some commitments and some structure coming into the things we're working with and defining on our full moon. So really reminding us of, if we're creating boundaries or we're letting go of boundaries, like what are our commitments to those intentions and those things that we're releasing, right? Full moons are about releasing. So what are commitments about what we're releasing on this full moon? So we'll be working with that energy on Wednesday. On Thursday, we have the moon moving into Libra. She'll remain there until Friday, actually early Saturday morning. And with the moon in Libra, we really have time to work with our relationships, right? Anytime the moon is in Libra, it's a time to really look at your external relationships around you. And this is going to be an extension of some of this work we're doing on the full moon with boundaries and really seeing how they show up in our relationships. And we'll be entering into this waning moon period, which is a releasing, a letting go time. So it's like which relationships support you, which relationships may need some adjustment or even some release. And so we'll be thinking about that towards the end of the week. And then over the weekend, we have the moon in Scorpio, which is always a fun transit. With the moon in Scorpio, she's actually going to be working with the sun in Pisces, right? Pisces and Scorpio are both water signs. So they'll really complement each other very nicely. And with the moon in Scorpio, right, it's really a time to think about, okay, if Pisces says all energy is everything, right? We are the universe is us, right? We have this moon in Scorpio. Scorpio teaches us how to transmute energy, right? So if there's all these things we want to release and let go of that we've, come up with over the full moon, and even while the moon is in Libra, how can we take that energy and transform it, right? Turn it into something else, right? Energy is just energy, right? So how can we turn it into something different completely and shift it rather than getting rid of it, right? Scorpio is like, hey, that's fuel, like use that for something. So, nothing is wasted, nothing is garbage, like recycle it. I always think of like the moon and Scorpio as like the energy recycler time. It's time to, figure out what to do with that energy. And so we'll have all that going on this week. It should be an interesting week, but just feel into the sun in Pisces. It's a really dreamy time. It's very different than Aquarius. Aquarius is more of a mental type of energy where we have a lot of intellect involved, where Pisces is more about feeling, right? So it's time to daydream, get into your feelings, feel into your intuition, and really enjoy this time. And I will talk to you next week. If you like these videos, subscribe. I'll be putting them up every Monday. And have a great week.